say you wanna watch a drama. You say you wanna watch a comedy. Well, you can watch it with your mama, or you can watch it with your daddy.
You'll even sit and watch it with your middle schooler, so you can come and talk around a water cooler. We're watching all day and all night.
Couch potatoes unite.
Whoa, whoa.
Couch potatoes unite.
Whoa, whoa. Couch potatoes unite.
Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of the podcast entitled Couch Potatoes Unite! Which is based on a blog of the same name because it does the trick, like the magical story that you tell when you want to have sex. Yes, I went there. My name is Kylie and I love TV. If you feel the same, keep listening and or checking out our website, couchpotatoesunite.wordpress.com, as you're bound to find some common ground or something you like. For Couch Potatoes Unite, we're all about the wonders and unique long-form storytelling of the small screen. CPU! Hopes you've been following releases of brand new episodes of the podcast on Wednesdays, as well as new blog entries on some Tuesdays, and as always, we have several more new episodes on the way. Because the panelists and I live lives behind our podcast, the episodes are published once per week. Subscribe to the blog or the podcast via iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and via Google Play to stay on top of brand new episodes. Episodes already published discuss a variety of shows around the water cooler, including but not limited to The Good Place, Game of Thrones, Broadchurch, Stranger Things, iZombie, The X-Files, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Gotham, Schitt's Creek, New Girl, The Originals, Supernatural, The Crown, Once Upon a Time, Will and Grace, and the Arrowverse on the CW. We've published several episodes in our Looking Back series covering such diverse shows as Sense8, Battle Creek, Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, Marvel's Agent Carter, and Third Rock from the Sun. Plus, new episodes are in the works, including revisits for 13 Reasons Why, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Grace and Frankie, Fuller House, American Horror Story, Doctor Who, A Series of Unfortunate Events. We'll be launching new panels covering Westworld, Arrested Development, Jane the Virgin, The Americans, Riverdale, and The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And because we look back at shows now past, we'll be launching our mega Star Trek retrospective, Into Space, The Final Frontier, in the near future. By the way, did you know that CPU also from time to time goes live? We've been live from bunkers and comedy shows. Plus, we're planning more live appearances and other cool stuff. So make sure you like or follow us at our Facebook page, our Twitter at CPU Podcast, our Instagram at Couch Potatoes Unite, or subscribe to the blog, our YouTube channel, our iTunes channel, our Stitcher Radio channel, or find us on Google Play. In the meantime, if you don't hear your show in this podcast format, fellow panelists and I still write reviews and we always seek new panelists. So if you have any interest in joining the discussion, say hello by finding us at any of those outlets I've mentioned. At the very least, stop by and leave us a thumbs up, comment, or review. We like feedback, as long as you don't divorce us. We don't want that to be our thing. Today's panel and I are continuing our Looking Back series in honor of the 25th anniversary year. That's right, it's been 25 years since the premiere of one of our all-time favorite shows, a show we all love dearly and hold very close to our TV-loving hearts. As such, this is the third of 3 episode discussions in which we'll be looking back at one of the most popular sitcoms of all time, which in turn became one of the most popularly requested panels on CPU, and that is Friends. In fact, we've had requests for the series to talk about this show on our podcast as recommended from viewers like you. Today, in the final episode of our series, we'll be discussing seasons 8 through 10, the awkward final years covering Rachel's pregnancy, Joey and Rachel's flirtation and failure to launch, and the cast's $1 million per episode paychecks. Plus, we'll be offering our top 10 favorite episodes and our bottom 10 least favorite episodes. It will be interesting to see where and how we agree or don't agree. Just to refresh the listener quickly, Friends is an American television sitcom created by David Crane and Marta Kauffman, which aired on NBC from 1994 to 2004 for 10 seasons. The ensemble cast stars Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, Matthew Perry, and David Schwimmer. The show revolves around 6 friends in their 20s and 30s who live in Manhattan and New York City. The series was produced by Bright Kaufman Crane Productions in association with Warner Brothers Television, and the original executive producers were Kevin S. Bright, Kaufman, and Crane. To read or hear other entries in the series, check out the website, couchpotatoesunite.wordpress.com. If you didn't already know, you can click the floating box in the top right of the header, the picture of the couch full of TV watchers, and search for any episode in this series or for any prior podcast episode or blog entry. It's as good as we presume the coffee is at Central Perk. They'd sure drink it a lot. Today, in part 3 of our 3-part Friends series, our overflowingly full panel of Friends, namely Nick, Sarah, Krista, Hillary, Andrew, and Samantha, will talk talk about the finer and less fine points of one of the most watched, most beloved sitcoms of all time, and another chapter of one of our Looking Back series episodes, wherein we review a show that has been gone either by a natural end or cancellation for some time. In this episode, we'll be focusing specifically upon seasons 8 through 10 of Friends, during the show's final, arguably less successful seasons, except season 8, though it remained an international fan favorite until it ended and beyond. It should be noted that all of our panelists have viewed the entire series and may discuss sensitive plot points, sight gags, jokes, and other bits of comedy best enjoyed at a first watch. So for those of you who have not watched Friends, first of all, yeah, I don't even believe you. Stop telling that story. But if you haven't and you really want to, listen at your own risk, as there are going to be major spoilers. And again, disclaimer, if you wanted us to talk about Joey, you're going to have to specially request it, because we decided ain't no way, Jose. Welcome back, panel. How are you?
Good.
Hi.
Cool. We're fueled on gummy bears.
Awesome.
That is legit. So glad you brought those.
Yeah, gummy bears. You ready to talk about the last 3 seasons in our top 10, bottom 10?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
That's good, because we're in
Yes.
the home stretch, people. We're in the home stretch. As you all know,
It was a song.
okay, as you all know, from our prior 2 episodes in this series, we have some very big Friends fans in the room. They're all Monica's at some point in their TV watching journeys. They all really loved the show. Some loved it less at the beginning. Some loved it less at the end. Some wanted to be like Phoebe at times or Chandler. Listen to our first episode if you want to know what that rating scale means. We're going to move past that, though, and we're going to talk about seasons 8 through 10 in the lists. So let's get going. Season 8. This is basically coming down to Rachel is pregnant. What did you think? That's
Anyone?
a weird list.
Well, everyone wanted to know who the father was still.
Yes.
That's right. That's
Who
what
is
it is.
the father? In fact, I'm pretty sure they were, like, reaming her about it during Monica and Chandler's wedding.
Yeah, they were. And she kept saying it's too soon.
It's too soon.
I had
I need to
to
tell
tell
him
him
first, which is the right thing to do.
Yeah, that opens the season.
Yes.
The back half of their wedding, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because she's deciding what she's going to do, if she's going to keep it, and then
First
she's gonna
episodes
tell
are
him.
not strong.
I liked
I liked
this
it.
one.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's a
Yeah.
rough jump back in, and but they did it. They made it.
This one was not good because of the Chandler and Ross stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say where they're taking the pictures again.
Yeah, but the pregnancy test stuff was fun. I thought that was
And
very
we meet
sweet.
Mona.
Oh yeah, Mona.
Mona.
Arr.
I
Oh,
actually
you
really
don't like
liked
Mona?
I don't know. For what she was. I don't want to
Oh.
like be friends with
It's
her.
on my
I don't wanna
least
be
favorite
friends.
episode list.
One of my all-time favorite
It's not
episodes
either way.
happens this season.
One of your all-time least?
Favorite, no, most.
Oh, favorite.
I have
Which
a couple of favorites. I think on this one.
Which is the videotape.
The one
Yeah,
with
the
the videotape is
videotape.
my favorite of this
It's
season.
so
as well.
good. It's written so well, and it just loops back around the whole Ken Adams and her friend. And,
Oh, that's
and Phoebe.
right.
Torch them.
She said
I
it
learned
right
about
from-
that from some guy. Some
No,
guy.
she said his name was Ken Adams.
Ken Adams.
It was brilliant, and the Regina Phalange. People don't use fake names. It's really well written.
Yes.
Now
And
I am
how are
so
you?
happy.
Yes. And in a minute, get ready to bet. What did you
get ready to hear him beg. I don't know.
And in 5 minutes,
minutes,
you'll understand
It's
why.
I think it's very well executed, written, performed, everything.
Agree.
Yeah, I love that episode.
I like the
Yeah.
red sweater.
That's the second episode.
Yeah, that's the one just
Right before
preceding
this.
this one.
Yeah.
Where we see Tag,
Where
that
we think it
Phoebe
might
gets
be
We
tagged.
didn't even talk about Tag. He's cute.
He's a cutie.
Eddie Cahill.
He
He's
is cute.
But he was too young for her.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a
Really?
just in terms of life places.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Again, it was the same thing of, and it's ultimately what happened, in Ross's thing with Elizabeth and Monica's thing with Richard. They're just, it's not that they can't make it work, they're just in very different places.
Right.
And they definitely want you to think that he's too young for her in the third, where they all turned 30 and he's
The
scootering
scooter.
around. But then Joey, who's older than Rachel, is playing around with him.
I still want a
But that-
scooter.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I also want
They
a
all
Segway
seem like
Joe has in
placeholder
Arrested Development.
relationships.
That's a whole other podcast, which we will do.
What was it? What did Samantha say?
Samantha?
Oh, they all seem like placeholder relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I think that's true
Well, they
for most of
probably
the
are.
seasons.
I mean, that's true in life, I think, when you look back at, when you realize you're with the person you're supposed to be
I
with, and you look
agree.
back and are like, those were just placeholders. Like what Nick is.
It's-
No, I'm just kidding, I love you. Just kidding, babe.
Dynamics.
Just kidding.
Just to refresh
We're
the
married.
listener, they're married.
We're happily married.
Marriage did.
Hillary and I are sisters. Hillary went to high school with Andrew.
I
Krista
did-
and Samantha, you want to get in on this?
I did theater with Andrew as a child.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So, Samantha,
Oh
got
man,
it?
I don't
Nick
have
and
any
Sarah
cool
is my
connections with
neighbor.
anyone.
That's true, you are neighbors. We'll
Oh,
work on
so
it,
many
Samantha. We'll work on
dynamics.
it.
Okay.
So we
Us
did
born in
Comic Con
85.
together.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Nothing
Did you
runs
say?
like
So all
Comic
three
Con.
of us are born in 85.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for rubbing the age thing in.
So we're naturally cooler.
I was going to say, but I bit my tongue that going back and watching this show and be like, oh my god, I'm like so much older than them, like when the show ended. And that blows my mind.
Well, we're
Not
really
a lot
not
older.
really, because we're like kind of like OG
Right, they-
millennials, which aren't really true millennials.
They
so it
turned
doesn't-
30 in season 6, 7.
8. 7.
7.
They said-
So they're 33
So it doesn't
when
Yeah.
the show
And
Yeah,
we
they're
are
33.
Also 33, 34, right?
So therefore, you are the same age, not much older.
Yeah, we're totally 33 over here.
Hyperboleing. Yes, we're 33
We're going with that.
too.
We're going with that.
That's the one.
We're twins.
Oh right.
So another really good.
The one with the rumor.
Yes,
It's my
Brad Pitt.
second favorite in this.
Yes, yes,
I
Krista.
love
yes.
the one with the rumor, and
I
that
don't
was
care for it.
why.
I find Brad Pitt annoying in it.
No, he is.
He's
But he's supposed to be annoying.
I will say,
It's hilarious.
this
annoying
doesn't
to
look
watch.
like he's. It takes him a while. He looks a little ill at ease at first. This isn't his medium. He doesn't do a lot of TV.
It's the
But-
height
or
of,
comedy,
well,
really.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's the height of Brad and Jennifer's relationship, and that's why he was there.
Yeah, it's awkward to watch it now.
Yeah.
Because you know where that
Right.
went.
And
But it's still just so funny. Rachel Green.
But it's one of the best meta jokes of the entire series.
it's very.
It's like I always imagined it.
And Phoebe really helps make it work for him and makes him look. I think Phoebe makes Brad Pitt look good. There you go,
Come on,
Lisa.
girl,
Good job.
take your shirt off. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I love that episode. I generally love the Thanksgiving
All of
episodes,
them.
and that's kind of their thing.
Who
but-
was in this I Hate Rachel Green Club? Me and Ross. And she just
There's
looks
one
at
other guy.
the exchange
The
student?
exchange student.
yeah.
But he didn't really know what it was.
Yes.
Cute.
I love that episode.
Is this where Monica says she used to hang out with him because his mom put sour cream on everything?
Yes.
Maybe I am Monica.
'Cause he
Because
used
I put sour cream on everything.
Also,
Sour cream
so this is
is
the one with the
amazing.
dishes, finally.
No.
No,
No.
Nope, that's next year. You're a year away.
What one did you just want to talk about?
she wants to talk about the wedding china.
Oh,
With Christina Applegate.
we'll get there.
No.
That's
Yeah,
the
we're
next
not
one.
there.
But this,
Although we did bypass the introduction of Rachel's sister number 1.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
those
Jill.
were never my favorite episodes.
They
Yeah,
were
I don't
fine
really
there.
like the Jill episodes. The only part I like about that when she's introducing everybody, and this is Joey, how you do it. Don't!
Yeah.
That's like the only part.
Yeah.
I think Reese is fabulous. I just didn't really care for the storyline that much.
Again, it's
That's
weird.
okay. According to
because
Amy, she's fat now.
It's weird because, again, she
That's the
decides she's
joke.
going to vendetta date Ross just to piss off Rachel and that stuff.
Yeah, of the two sisters, I prefer Amy, even though she's
She's
a bore.
super-
She's
yeah.
Christina Applegate, and it's funny.
She won an Emmy.
She did.
I love Christina.
But this
Me
one
too.
is Brad.
This one is Brad Pitt, and it's quite enjoyable. And then I also, of course, love the one where Rachel has the baby.
I do enjoy that one.
Yeah.
Except for all the proposing.
Yes, that was weird. Though
Yeah.
I will say that Jennifer Aniston won her Emmy based on this episode.
And that mostly happens at the very last minute and in the next season.
This is true. This is
Yeah.
true.
Uh,
All
this-
the Joey Rachel stuff like makes me punchy.
Yeah, I
so
don't really like
I
it.
wrote that down too. I don't. love
Most
it.
people would agree.
I was say I don't.
That's
I don't
awkward.
dislike it as much as a lot of other people do, but it's still not a high point.
No.
I'm like somewhere in between on it. Like some people really get bothered by it.
Although this is pre the season it starts, because it starts in 9, Joey and Rachel.
As a person who's been pregnant, I enjoy some of the things they hit upon this season.
Yes.
Like the extreme discomfort at the end, where she's like wearing like
I
the
love
tank
that
top and
episode.
it's hanging out.
It's
and
summer and she's hot and he's giving her crap
don't
about.
you think that's a little inappropriate? And she's just
She rips him.
Yeah. And some of the stuff at the doctor's where she's like, I can't see the baby. I mean, it does. It looks like nothing. You have to pretend like you're really...
You see that thing that looks like a peanut?
I see that.
And isn't she in the delivery room with Janice?
Well, that
For
was
a while.
weird.
Because she had to have a shared
So
delivery
did
room.
we even mention that? So, yeah, Ross is the father, if you don't know. Because we didn't really say
Spoiler.
that.
Sorry, I guess we just all know that.
And she has Debbie Mazar as one of the moms that
Yeah.
comes through, and she's the one that calls her husband all the profanities. And
Yes.
I don't want to say
All
them,
of the wives have done other things, but I can't think of all their real names.
Yeah. I don't love that because I think... I don't know. I get it. They were busy, but nowadays you really don't. You aren't in a shared room during that part of your labor. That would be very unhygienic and strange. But
Especially in a 17-hour labor or whatever
Yeah.
hers is.
they find you rooms.
Yeah.
But I get why they did it, and it was funny how all these moms were coming and going, and
And that one of them ended up being Janice. And also, while this is all happening, Monica and Chandler decide to try for a baby and have sex in all sorts of weird places.
And Monica's dad
Tits.
overhears.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then encourages them.
That's it.
and gives
the
people
way-
literature that he thinks is them, and it's not them.
Yes.
That's not the optimum way for conceiving. This is what you want. We don't need to know all the positions that you and Mom.
Yeah. I enjoy it. They hit upon a lot of stuff that I was like, oh yeah, dude.
Now, on the other hand, one of my least favorite episodes is the one with the stain, where they have the
I hate
nanny
that episode.
and the pen mark
yeah.
on the jeans. She thinks she's stealing everything.
Oh, they're
Oh,
made.
yeah.
That's just plain sexual harassment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
I was gonna say, I think that's actually might be on. It is on one of my worst lists, just because it's so. It just continues on, and like really, I would freaking quit too.
Yeah,
Some
can't
shit.
blame her.
Sorry.
PG-13.
Yeah.
That one's real awkward, and
Because like
was
Chandler's
lame.
all trying to get up in her biz, and he's trying to.
when
do it
he
from
was
his-
actually resisting Monica's crazy up until that point, and then he ends up acquiescing to it.
Yeah, sometimes they make her a little too obsessive.
Which now brings me to my Monica thing. So when she starts the series, she's still type A, she's still competitive, she's still compulsively neat, but it feels like that neurosis just amps.
Yeah.
And it hits like a fever pitch by this season.
I don't not like any of the characters, but
Yeah.
Monica's one of my least favorite. I
Yeah.
just never really... She's never doing the thing that interests me the most in the episode, but...
She was becoming a caricature of herself a little bit.
Did you
Yes.
just say the Gellers suck?
I'm going to say, I don't think that I dislike Ross as much as everybody else. He's not my favorite, but I think that he has some very funny one-liners a
Truth.
lot, and so he keeps me listening for those.
The Gellers become my least favorite.
Chandler's not my favorite either. Not that I dislike any of them. I like them all, but Phoebe, Rachel, Joey, or...
Mine's
But I don't
Chandler,
think
Phoebe,
those
Joey.
three would be as funny if they didn't have like the ones we dislike more to play off.
Oh,
of.
absolutely.
True.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good point.
And
So
they all,
it's
you
this
need
give and
all of
take.
them. They all make the thing, but I don't know. Like, I didn't really notice Monica got more weird, I guess, but I should watch it again.
You tend
She's
to
the one with
notice
the
it when you
closet.
binge it fast, which is what I just
They
did.
just
The one with the
because-
closet is in this season.
The one with the closet is in this
And
season.
it just,
That's
I
on
don't
my
like,
worst list.
that's on my worst of all times. It makes literal no sense.
kind of makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It
Kind of makes sense.
It literally backpedals on everything about her character from the beginning of the series. It does not make sense at all. I hate that. And actually, I'm not alone. It's literally on
This
a
is
lot
coming from the Monica guys. She doesn't have a secret closet.
of... Hell no.
I get what you're saying. I never thought about it because I didn't really like that episode, but I get
Well,
what you're saying.
You can
It's-
just tell that it's later in the series and they, Monica and Chandler are now together. They needed to come up with some things for them because it was just established. And there's a couple of those storylines, the closet thing being one of them, that's just pretty far-fetched at that point, to me.
You've mentioned the clip shows.
Yes.
I don't normally throw the clip shows in my list just because I consider them like
Yeah.
whatever. But I actually did for this season because the one with Joey's interview is
Yeah,
all
that's-
of Joey's stuff.
Yeah.
And
Like all of his random
weird
performances.
acting jobs and stuff. And I mean, it's fun to go back and see him being Sigmund Freud in the musical, and he still sings that song. He'll perform that song. But that is one of the lesser even of the clip shows, just because I love Joey, but his moments are best when he's playing off of the others, as opposed to his own.
I It's the exclamation point that scares me.
That's why no one wants.
It's not just Freud. It's Freud.
This is the season where we get Sean Penn, too, right?
I
Yes.
do like that Halloween episode. He's Duty.
I like Sean.
His duty.
Howdy, Duty.
Yeah, that.
He's
episode
such a
was great.
weird dude, though.
I was gonna
He
say,
is.
Like, I know
the
that's the
character
point,
Eric,
but I
that's his
can't
name,
quite
right,
get
Eric?
past it.
He's weird because
He's weird in real life, though, to
Yeah,
be
Sean
fair.
Penn is.
But
not
he's like
awesome.
He's a little off-puttingly weird.
Yeah, and he's like obsessed with Ursula, and then he decides to try to get over Ursula to try to be with Phoebe instead, but then it ends up like
Because they look alike.
being confused, and it's just super weird. I'm
I
not-
agree.
And it's a little reminiscent of the David Arquette story. I know that was more stalking, but then
Agreed.
Yeah.
No, I agree
I don't
with
care
all
for
that.
the Sean Penn parts.
Yeah,
I just think
it could have been different or better, more original.
That falls in the vacuum of I don't like it, I don't dislike it. It just kind of is. I do like the Halloween episode. I like, so, Catwoman, we meet again. So we do. Supergirl.
It's Phoebe. It's Phoebe.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
And the arm wrestling.
Chandler's a bunny.
Chandler's a bunny.
And we get Joey. You're a weird lady. Mona, I mean, she is she's weird.
Monica, why did you get me this? Well, it was a choice between the bunny or no costume at all. Always pick no costume at all.
Yeah, listen to the slutty nurse.
Is that the one where Joey is Chandler?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this is the only Halloween episode.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes. Yes.
And Rachel goes as a woman who's going to soon be too big to wear the dress and wants to wear the dress.
Yes. And then Monica wants to borrow the dress when she's too big to wear the dress.
It's all legit.
But really, this season was about Jennifer Aniston shining. She did win the Emmy. They all won or were nominated for Emmys at some point.
Yeah.
Jennifer
They've all won.
They've
No,
all.
I think Courtney Cox didn't win.
You're right.
I think everybody else won.
Yeah. It's worth a double check, but I think she's right. But Jennifer Aniston won for this season. And I think she deserves it. She does a fabulous job as pregnant Rachel.
Yes,
Yes,
and
pregnant
they
Rachel.
wrote. I mean, that's ripe for an emotional journey. If you're not on an emotional journey when you're pregnant, I don't know when you ever are.
Well, and I think it also showed her comedic range, which I don't think a lot of people bought into up until that point, just because Rachel, she does, she is kind of the dramatic engine on this story for most of the life of the show until this season, and then all of a sudden it is more about being uncomfortable and funny and scared and all the emotions. Yeah. So now we go into season 9. Rachel's had baby Emma. That's what she ends up she takes the name from Monica. That's what she ends up naming the baby. Season 9 is often cited as the worst season of Friends. By this time, so we've already talked about their salary negotiations, they are making $1 million per episode. This is the first of those seasons. I have always said that I felt by the time they were making the $1 million, they were starting to phone it in a little bit, and season 9 is the evidence. But what did you think about it?
Is this what Chandler goes to Tulsa?
Yes,
Yes.
I hate
I
it.
do hate it.
I hate Tulsa.
Well, I would say one of and
Sorry,
we'll,
Oklahoma.
We'll quickly go over our best and worst, but I really hate the episode, the one with the sharks, because it's just again
It's
so
so
far fetched.
dumb.
It's
Oh
so
my God.
stupid to think that Monica again. He's alone. He's in Tulsa. He's pleasuring himself. She walks in and she thinks he's doing it to sharks. Like that is so.
Because he changes
stupid.
the channel really fast.
Yeah,
Before,
well,
as she
I'm
enters.
sure that's never happened in the rest of their relationship. Like, are you freaking kidding me? And then she tries to when they come back, and she tries to
Be part of it?
play it, and like
There are things you don't need to be part of.
Yeah.
That's
The one I hate the most is the one with the memorial service where Chandler and Ross are trying to one-up each other on their alumni website. And then Chandler says Ross is dead. And then Ross decides to go through for a funeral just to see who will show up.
It's
and
clunky.
nobody does. It's real bad. Ross is at his absolute worst.
I was gonna say again. You want to talk about the creepy factor again? That's
Yeah.
kind of one of those moments.
And there's just no comedy in it. Like, there are 0 laughs. I do not laugh during that episode. I'm like, why are you doing this to me? Why, God, why?
This is the
Yes.
Thanksgiving where we get Christina Applegate. And
Along with Rachel's other sister.
she
That's my
wins an
number
Emmy
2.
for this performance.
She does.
And it's brilliant. They wanted to get Reese back, and they couldn't get her, so they're like, well, we'll just make it her
Another
other sister.
Yeah.
And I just love her so much in this part, and I think the writing is really nice.
I think they
Because
did it
she
smart.
believes she should be Emma's new parent if something were to
Godmother.
happen to Chandler and Monica.
But she's like definitely not fit for the role in any way.
If something
You
happens
said-
to Ross and Rachel,
yeah.
she wants to get the
Ross
baby.
and Rachel. Sorry. Yes.
Ross and I.
Whoops. Ew.
Confused
That's
when
next
you said
season.
Chandler.
Sorry.
Well, but they do go into who
We've
gets
been
Emma.
talking about a lot of
So
friends.
if you die and the plate lady dies, then do I get your baby? Oh yeah, this is so like high school. Remember when I died and you didn't get my baby?
So many people have to die before I get the baby.
But the punchline is, I can give you my Ralph Lauren discount. You won't regret this.
The one with the soap opera party isn't bad.
It's not.
I don't
I
remember.
like
That's-
that episode. It's
This
not
is
like,
the very first Charlie episode. Aisha Tyler plays Charlie.
I just tell you, I don't really like Aisha Tyler on this show. Like, I like her in other things, but I don't like Charlie.
I don't like her in anything except for
Oh.
maybe talk.
Okay.
I don't.
Strong opinion.
I don't like
I don't
her.
mind
like
Charlie.
Aisha.
I don't like her.
I don't mind Charlie.
I
Do
don't
you ever
mind
watch? Sorry, no. that's
Charlie
not-
actually makes Ross seem better for a little while.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I don't like how she ended when she went back to what's his name?
Greg Kinnear.
Greg Kinnear.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Greg Kinnear, but come on.
Agreed. And even though we're not in that season yet, I will foreshadow by saying when I was rewatching the series for this recording set, there were 3 episodes I fell asleep in, and that was one of them. And I was like, I'm not going back.
I get it. It's fine.
It kind of, now that we're talking about it, is sort of a running thing they do. They have to get rid of the person, so they end them, and then I end up not liking them because I think they're not the nicest. But
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
So it's funny because I had a really hard time picking ones that I liked out of season 9. The one that I gave number 1 was the one with the lottery. I liked the one with Rachel's other sister. That's number 2. But the lottery one was fun because, again, it was all 6 of them doing something, and I think those are the best episodes.
I like the one where Emma cries just because it's funny watching
I have that as
Rachel.
my number 3.
I would say it's funny watching Rachel have to be a newborn mom, and I'm sure lots of new moms go through that same exact experience.
This is also where Joey struggles with air quotes.
Yes.
Which I just did the air
Air
quotes.
quotes.
I'm sorry.
Just when people do that, I don't really know what that means.
Yeah.
Monica's the only one who can get Emma to sleep, and she's
Ooh,
so
baby,
proud that she can do it.
it. Yeah.
Which then she quickly turns because they keep calling her over.
I got it.
I also enjoy, about on par with that one, the one with Ross's inappropriate song. Where
Yes.
they make Emma laugh to Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yes. Baby got back.
That's funny.
It brings back inappropriate rap song, novelty rap songs about girls' butts.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I guess I defer to the parents in the room to say, is that really accurate? Like, is there one song that...
Not for my
They
children.
let
It's more
John
the tone.
Not for
But-
her children.
I don't know about Nick's children.
Dynamics. Nick and Sarah are married. Hillary and Kylie are sisters. Hillary and Andrew graduated. Did we cover that in this
I don't think
episode?
so.
I thought we did.
All right.
You just double
To be
disclaimer.
fair,
This is like a clip show.
Oh no!
my nephew was
If you
obsessed
haven't-
with "I Will Follow You Into the Dark"
What?
by Death Cab for Cutie.
That was a non sequitur.
Sort of.
No, it wasn't. We were talking about
Inappropriate
songs
songs
for
that
babies.
you-
Oh.
I didn't hear you
I got
say
the-
what
It's
you. I
about
didn't hear
death. It's super
No, I got where
weird.
you were
I'm
coming
not
from.
familiar with Death Cab's
Yeah, I don't know that
catalog,
song, but-
sorry.
But kids, they do
Never
like weird
mind.
stuff. They
It was
absolutely
weird,
do.
and it made him stop crying.
Krista, I just
Your
didn't hear you
nephew?
say my nephew at the beginning, so that's why I was looking at you because I
Oh,
couldn't register.
sorry,
what you
no.
said.
All we heard you randomly say was just like the band and the song. And
Yeah.
we're all like, what?
Sorry, no, it's cool.
I'm like, is that in here?
It made him stop crying, and I bought him a bib that said, "I will follow you into the dark." And I swear, the guy who made it for me was like, "What emo family do you live with?"
Did we get the Manny in this?
Freddie Prinze Jr. Yes.
Is that next season?
This one?
That is this one.
Mr. Grumpus.
Mr. Buffy.
Mr.
That's on one of my 2 lists.
I mean, we call our kids Grumpus.
Good or bad?
Oh, bad.
Bad.
Okay.
Obviously.
I was just
Spoiler
joking.
alert.
She would have been a really good nanny if Ross could have just gotten over himself.
Yeah, that was a toxic masculinity one that I
Yeah.
will agree played poorly. It was real poor. That one was just as in they didn't have anything else
Yeah,
to joke about at that point.
And they didn't.
And they only
well,
had him for 1 episode.
Right, and which is
Well, I
probably because
mean,
they
it was-
couldn't get him to come back, but then doesn't sit.
They should have had him be something else.
Oh, instead of the Manny.
Right, just like, oh, we have him for one episode, what are we going to do with him?
I just think at the time it was still, I'm sorry I hate to say this, but at the time it was still socially acceptable to make jokes about stuff like that, so they thought it was funny then.
No, I agree.
It could have been him leaving because he didn't want to work for Ross.
I think the intent was, I understand that, but it was one of the ones where it actually didn't translate well.
No, I agree.
It doesn't hold up. It's not, it wasn't funny then, it's not funny now.
Yeah.
Now we're in what, like 2003?
Yeah, that was 2003, yeah.
Still 16 years.
The other thing that really...
They're getting paid $1 million.
Has changed, Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing that almost didn't sit well with me was the storyline with, I hope this is the season, with Dermot Mulroney.
That's next season.
Is that next season?
Oh, it's on my list too.
I'll talk about it when we get to that one if you want, but it just...
Gavin.
He sucks.
At Ralph Lauren. But he's cute.
No, I love...
Yeah,
He's
hot.
very handsome. Just gonna say.
Boys.
Does anybody have anything else they want to say about season 9? Do you think it was the worst season?
I do. But I like the one in Barbados, so I think that was a nice little springboard into the final season.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like those episodes, but I still think they're funny.
When do we
I
get
put
Paul
them on
Rudd?
my worst.
What?
When did we get Paul Rudd?
He's introduced in this season.
Okay, because we
Yeah,
didn't talk
I
about
love
it.
Mike.
Phoebe meets Mike.
I love Mike.
Yes.
And how
Mike is
does
great.
Phoebe meet Mike? Because
remember.
Joey's supposed to set her up
Oh,
on
yeah.
a blind
Mike.
date.
The one the
Mike.
episode's called The One with the Blind Date. Yeah. I love that. Just goes to the Central Perk. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike. Yeah.
So yeah,
That
it
whole
works.
episode is great.
Mike Hannigan. And she actually takes care to introduce him to her friend Mary Ellen, and he doesn't even remember her name by the end of the date.
Do you remember my name? Yeah.
Yeah, I like Mike. I always liked him.
Mhm.
Well,
He has
Paul
Jack
Rudd is
Nicholson.
so charming.
He is.
He is endlessly charming. Where does he get all that charm?
Just
Doesn't
stores
age.
it up
Missouri.
somewhere.
Doesn't
I think.
age.
Again,
You're
I think he's from
absolutely right.
Missouri.
I know we talked about
Ugh.
David being a good fit for Phoebe, but I think that Mike is a perfect fit for Phoebe.
Well,
Yeah.
they do try to play with that love triangle when they go to Barbados.
Right.
And it's real hard in my brain until David's awkwardness kind of seals the deal. You're like,
Because
okay.
again, it's the same thing where like Mike doesn't want to get married again because he's already been married before, and Phoebe does decide that she wants that, so they kind of split for a little bit, and then he decides he's willing to do it. I like
It's just
Mike.
so romantic.
It is.
I just hate how they ended it with David, but
I do as well. I don't like how they ended it. Where, he basically shows up ready to propose, and then he's like, well, I'm going to take off. It's kind of weird and sad.
Yeah.
When they had such an epic kiss the last time he departed. That's all.
He's the Richard for Phoebe.
except
Perfect.
he didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Because he still did the good guy thing. He just went out more awkwardly, but David's a little more awkward in personality, so.
But we love you, Hank Azaria. Call us if you're listening. Tweet at us, CPU. I like Hank
Azaria
Azaria.
called us. That would be so cool.
I'm saying.
That would be super awesome.
It would. He's really great. Anything else you want to say about season 9?
Best season ever.
Sarcastic?
Very sarcastic.
Could you be any more sarcastic? Well, then let's talk about season 10, the last season. Woo! Rachel and Joey try something.
Yeah, we don't like.
I just don't understand.
I just don't understand.
That was how the entire Friends fan base felt at the time, I can say pretty much.
And I feel like everyone wanted a 10th season.
Everybody did. And I think when Joey first has his crush on Rachel, I feel for it just because it's Joey's real evolution. Like, this is the first time he has real feelings for a woman, as opposed to just sex. But by the time she returns the feelings, it's just like,
She's
no.
already had the baby. She's been living with
With him for a
Ross.
long... before
Yeah.
living with Ross,
Ross.
and then after living
Yeah.
with Ross, living with Joey. So it's almost as if they're like brother and sister by that
Yeah,
point.
Well, that's basically what they decide
Yeah.
in the end. Like, she can't even, like, kiss him without it being...
Slapping him.
Yeah, slapping him and laughing at him. So, I mean, I think they went the right direction with it because they knew that people weren't a fan of it. I still think it was a good way to end it and kind of wrap it up.
It just felt like
officially.
they should have.
Maybe done it earlier.
Yeah, when he had his like he was telling her about how he felt, and I feel like they could have done like another episode and finished it and not have to do it here.
Yeah.
There's some serious standouts in this one though. The
Like
one where the
what?
stripper cries.
That's on my top 3.
Danny DeVito.
Danny
And
DeVito stripper is
The one with the
excellent.
late Thanksgiving is like
See, I don't like... This is not one of my favorite Thanksgiving ones. While I thought it was great for it being the last season. It's kind of like the perfect Thanksgiving one. It's still not my... I didn't laugh at it as much as
Some of the other ones.
some of the other ones.
Yeah.
I appreciated it, but I didn't laugh at it.
I know it's kind of stupid, but I like...
Can't whisper.
You're in a podcast. I like the one with Princess Consuela just because it's...
Banana hammock.
Yeah, because it's just super funny. And then...
Crap
Because,
bag.
Yeah, because this is why Mike's perfect for he challenges her in the way that Phoebe needs it. Go ahead, Phoebe. Introduce me.
Nick just made a very Paul Rudd face and gesture when he did that.
You did, too.
You did his mouth. It was... I'm married to Paul Rudd.
Don't spread that rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I liked this season, but I didn't like a lot of them. But there were moments that I really loved. I like the stripper one a lot. That one's great.
Andrew hated it.
Did you hate it?
With Danny DeVito?
Yeah.
That's in my worst list.
But it's so funny!
There is a lot of polarizing. Again, I was looking at just a lot of other people's lists, and like some people either really love that episode or really don't love
The
that
B
episode.
plot is great too, with Joey on the game show.
Yes, Joey on the game
Oh, I
show.
see. I don't care for that.
Okay.
They said
You're
that's
in
the
one?
episode. Then they realized that they could do the spin-off. And I was like, really?
So
Because I
that's
hated
why you
it.
don't like it?
No,
Oh.
no, I didn't like it. And when I heard that, I thought they were insane.
Did you feel really bad because the contestant will never be able to win with Joey?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't find it funny.
I thought it was funny.
I liked that they forgot to invite Rachel's mom to the shower.
Yeah, that was great.
And how she wouldn't let it go.
Yeah.
That's not this episode.
And that's
That's
another...
not this episode?
This is Phoebe's bachelorette party.
It's Phoebe's bachelor.
Oh.
The bridal
yeah, that
shower
was a
happens
couple
before
seasons
Emma's
ago. Man.
born.
The baby shower
You're right.
was last
The baby
season.
shower.
2 seasons
Season
ago.
8.
Oh, yeah.
That's still this episode of the podcast.
Good job, Nick.
But it's true. I mean, that's another relatable thing that happens in real life. People forget to invite a relative.
Usually
They get
not
pissed.
their mom, though.
It's funny that way.
And I like the one with the Emma's birthday with the
Oh, yeah.
dramatic reading and then the penis cake.
I thought about putting that in a list somewhere. It didn't quite make it,
Same,
but I
but
do
yeah.
love that one.
I hate, so the episode, the one with Ross's tan, I don't like it because it's all the Rachel and Joey trying to make out stuff, but I enjoy the whole tanning thing. I thought that was hysterical because Ross is such a moron.
It's
and
just like the teeth.
it's like how, yeah, it is like that, but how can you not count, I don't know, this is funny.
I had a hard time picking least favorites in this season.
The one where Chandler gets caught is what I put, I think it's a clip show.
No, I don't know.
It's the.
I might have fallen
the
asleep
clip,
during that one.
The clip show this year's Jumping a Little Ahead is my least favorite episode because it's even the interstitials that are new is Chandler in Tulsa with his work.
Yeah.
No, that was last season.
That is
Oh,
season
then when
9.
Chandler gets caught.
He's with the realtor, and
Oh yeah.
last
I
season
don't like
is
this
the one with the
I
So
did
Christmas.
fall
him getting
asleep during that one.
cheating again.
Yeah, that is
Is
going to be
the
on one of my least
storyline.
favorites. But spoiler alert, we did skip over that. But yeah, it's
Well,
not a good. It's not a strong.
I put the home study as my least favorite. Which one is
The
the home
home
So the
study?
lady comes to do the adoption home
social
study,
worker.
and Joey has had sex with her, and
Right.
they're trying to,
I don't
and
like
he's
that
trying
one.
to get in with a baseball bat, and it's
Yeah, I don't like that one. That one's bad. Because he has to, why would he, climbs the trellis. There's this whole thing. It's not funny. That was my least favorite.
Which season is the one where Joey writes the letter for Monica as a reference to get adopted?
That's
This
this
one.
one.
Baby kangaroo.
Baby kangaroo. I think I
Just
fell
uses-
asleep during that one too. I fell asleep through a lot of the season 10 ones, and I was like, no, gotta keep going. Gotta keep
Well,
going.
some of them, well, maybe it was just the stripper one,
Harsh.
was one of those extended ones when NBC was doing supersized episodes.
There's a lot of supersizing in 10. They didn't do a full 24 for
Yeah,
this one
they
because
were
they were
only
going to mega the
17.
last
Because
one.
the Jason
so.
Alexander one is
Yeah, the
supersized.
series finale are longer episodes.
Well, and the last one,
What was that one
the
called?
last
I
one
don't
Yeah.
remember what
is
it's
2
called.
hours.
The one where Rachel's sister babysits, I enjoy, but that's just because it's Christina Applegate again, and she
Super funny.
Pierce
decides to
your ears.
become a baby stylist.
Yes.
Enter Amy.
Forget the quote. Doesn't Rachel say, I don't think people are going to like you calling people's babies ugly.
Yes.
I don't remember.
I think that's it. That's good.
It's good.
The last one.
Well, and this season
She
did
got off
have
the
my
plane.
favorite wedding.
That's my favorite
Yes,
of.
yes, Samantha, yes.
What?
What'd you say?
She
Favorite
said it has
wedding.
her favorite wedding.
Same.
Phoebe and
wedding.
Mike's.
Phoebe and Mike.
That's my second favorite of this season, and it's on my top
I
10.
love it. She looks so beautiful.
Her dress
Her is gorgeous.
and perfect for Phoebe because it's silver. It's not
And
typical.
it's so cute. And well, even the way it's not what they originally intended, but the way the wedding ended up happening was more suited to Phoebe, and it was perfect.
I love that
She grew
Chandler
up on
and
the
Ross
streets.
Yeah.
are fighting to get
She
into
gets
the
married.
wedding,
But it's just
and then it
cute.
ultimately is Chandler that walks her down the
Oh
aisle.
my gosh.
That's
It is
The
nice.
feel.
I thought
It's
Joey
'cause-
walked down the aisle.
Joey was
Yep.
going
Supposed
to.
to, but ended up having to be the minister because of all
Oh,
the
right, because he was the
snow.
only one that was ordained.
Yes.
You've mentioned before that we don't get a lot of Chandler and Phoebe, but when we do, it's really sweet. Like, I
Yes.
think, I forget which breakup it is, maybe when Janice gets back with her husband, Phoebe's the one who kind of comes in
and
and
helps
just,
him.
yeah. So whenever they do have their moments, that it's some of my favorite moments.
That's my favorite part about this show is the different dynamics that pairs of them have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just because, yeah, I mean, that's real life adult friendships, you know, that's kind of how it works. And
I think it's all relationships. Like it's even like with your family. You say like a parent, you have a special relationship with that parent. It's literally so relatable. I just think that's why it continues to resonate with people.
yeah.
I can't think of any sweet moments between Ross and Phoebe.
Oh, yeah, where she used to mug him, and then
Geology Rex.
she says, "Oh, this
That's
was the
pretty
only
late in
thing
the
I
show.
saved."
It is pretty late in the show.
There's
Actually,
other ones
Phoebe
where-
does express a lot of afterthought dislike for Ross,
Yes.
so I don't know that there are a lot of sweet moments with
Is
them.
this the season where we get Ross Can, where she's trying to get the Sting tickets?
No, that's
No,
previous
that's
season.
season
Oh, man.
8.
Season 8. Yeah,
She's
that's
so-
right.
That's season 8
That's
because
a
yeah,
stupid
she tries
premise,
to
and
she tries to pretend she's Susan, so because Ben is fighting with Sting's son at school, and then she tries to go to.
Ross Can. Sorry.
And then Sting takes out a restraining order
Yeah.
on her.
It's a terrible episode because
Yeah.
I hate the premise of it, but I love Lisa Kudrow. She's a genius. She's
winning.
a genius.
So the last one.
The
Yeah.
last one is my number one favorite of the season and is on my top 10.
Same.
I think
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's one of the best series finales
Definitely.
Like in history.
in history.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't like
She got
it.
off the plane.
What? You didn't like it at all?
I mean,
Hashtag what?
They got the twins.
Yeah, they
I don't like that
they didn't know
moved
they
out
were
of
going to
the
get.
apartment.
What did you say?
I didn't like that they moved out of the apartment and had like I get the whole point of it of we're moving on, now we're grown up.
Well,
but
I think they always said though that they wanted to raise the kids outside of the city
Where they could have a yard and ride bicycles.
because
They say that.
I mean,
The little house for
a
children.
lot of people do that. I
Yeah.
know our parents
We
did
carved
that
out
even
the
with Grand
garage.
Rapids.
Or an apartment over the garage.
Yeah.
Our parents did that with Grand Rapids. I mean, they lived in Grand Rapids their whole, and they basically moved us to the burbs because they didn't want the same experience for us. So I get
They
it.
wanted us to have. a
Well, I
yard
get
and
it from
ride
a real
bicycles.
life perspective, and I understand why they did it that way. But I
You just
don't
kind
like
of
the
made you
idea
sad to
of
let go of the apartment.
well, not just the apartment, but it was like, oh, these are the friends breaking up. They're not going to be hanging out every day. And I know that's life
Yeah.
and getting older, but
It's
As
okay
I-
to
would've
not
liked
like
to
that.
just-
That's legit. I mean,
As
it's
I'm
sad.
now 40 something, I mean that
That
happens.
Yeah.
That's
It's depressing.
I know, but people get married, they have kids.
The
that
word
becomes
is-
their focus.
The word is bittersweet.
Yes.
oh, that sounds so much better. Thank you.
The birth of the twins with
Anna
another
Faris.
baby with two. They said 2 heartbeats. I thought the other one was mine.
Yes.
They said, well, they're, both heartbeats are strong, and I thought, well, good, because I'm having a baby. I like that speech where Monica pulls Chandler aside and he's freaking out, and I like when she says, I don't care if the whole cast of 8 and enough comes out of there. They are our children, and we are
We're gonna
taking
keep-
them home.
Yes.
And that's just that's such a mom. She became a mom, and it's beautiful because, adoption is beautiful and amazing and messy and crazy and just awesome. I liked it.
It's a girl. Oh, we'll have one of each and no more.
And I think
It's sweet.
Anna Faris was a great choice to play that
Oh,
part.
she's so good.
She's
It's
so
too
good.
bad her and Joey didn't spend more time together.
You guys really should have gotten to it. I enjoyed that, and I thought just the reactions we got to see when they came home, and you know, she walks in holding one, and then Chandler walks in holding the other one.
And their names are Erica and Jack. Erica
Love.
after Biomom and Jack after Monica and Ross's dad.
Aww.
Also, who our son is named after. Just kidding, not. It's not where.
Shenanigans!
Mind blown.
And just that she got off the plane moment, it's very iconic.
It is very iconic. It's also very controversial. There's a lot of people who
Think she should have left.
think she should have left, but you know what?
No,
This
she
is-
did what was right for her. She could have gone if she really wanted to, people. Calm down.
I mean, she got on and off the plane several times because there was something wrong with the phalange. But no, it is iconic, and it's one of those things where I just say, look, it's Friends. The show was started off Ross and Rachel.
That's what people wanted.
And that's what people wanted.
I just chose not to overthink it because I would think that,
I
yes,
think-
she should go to Paris, but, I mean, it's a
There's
show.
nothing that can
I
stop
think-
them from going to Paris later.
Right.
Right, and I think that that's important to, I mean, like Kylie said already, there are aspects that are meant to be exaggerated, so you shouldn't overthink it through a lot of things that happened during the show.
Right. Like, they probably should have ended up together a lot sooner, but it needed to be the last So if this show was
Yes.
only 7 seasons, that's when they would have ended up.
Correct.
Exactly.
So it-
And I cried when it first happened, and I still cry.
I was
when
gonna say
watch
I
that
still
moment.
cry.
Oh yeah.
It's also sad.
They all leave
or-
their keys.
Yeah, when they're
Yeah.
all
That's
putting
what
their keys,
breaks
all
me.
6 of them.
And
It's beautifully
I just
shot.
the music
It is. I agree with that. Beautifully shot.
for you classic rock fans, the music over that moment is Embryonic Journey by Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things. I mean, you become so, again, these characters become part of your life, and when it's ending, you feel like a part of a chapter for you is ending.
I agree with what you said.
What did I say?
You think it didn't?
Yeah,
No,
because
I'm scared. I don't know. 'Cause I feel on the spot.
no pressure. It becomes a part of you. Every time a show that I really love ends, I feel like I'm losing a part of me.
Uh-huh.
It's sad.
Well, on this one particularly, because it was a decade
Yeah.
that I actually watched over the course of a decade.
That's how I felt about Gilmore
there's-
Girls.
That's how I felt about Smallville.
I just rewatched The Office, and I was like, "Ugh." Like I think it gets to us, you know.
I feel
Yeah.
like that way
Yeah.
about
Like
Cheers
binge
and
or
I
watch
was a
all at one
syndication only
time.
show
You're
for me.
so invested.
And that's why I am about Mad Men.
That's how I was with Weeds, because like I watched that show
we
every
could just
Monday.
keep going.
and the
The
X-Files.
X-Files. I'm gonna feel
I
that way
paid
with
for
Game of
AMC
Thrones.
so I could watch Mad Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Treks.
I just
Nick
have
got
to.
aside.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
judge my
sorry.
Game of
All
Thrones
right.
when you're talking about Star Trek.
The beautiful thing is, now we can go back and rewatch. You could always start at the beginning again. Maybe
And I
not.
have many,
For
many
me-
times.
For me, Frasier, like there's
Yeah.
so many.
There's just 2 ways to
I
end a
could just-
show, and one is it's over, and they make sure you know that, and the other is that group that's gonna go on.
But
You're
in
just
a
not
different
gonna
way,
watch.
And you're not going to watch it. And that's what Friends did. This is the second one, I think.
Oh, I think it's a first.
I think it's the first one.
I think it's the
They're all
first.
It's done.
separate and gone. The part because there's no more apartment. Whereas Cheers, it's the bar's gonna open up the next day, and they're all gonna
Like
come
Star
back.
Trek Next Gen.
I guess I
Still
didn't
going.
understand how you were defining that, and my thought is...
The characters are
the
going
characters
on
are
for
going
sure.
on, right.
No, where you
If you're saying the apartment is a character, then yes, that one's
I
done.
just read a thing today, I'm not even kidding, where they said they very specifically agreed, the writers and creators, that they had to move out of the apartment. Nobody could stay behind in the apartment. They had to get out of the apartment. The apartment was like the 7th character.
I buy it.
So,
Why do they have to get out of the apartment?
because they wanted there to be a very definite end. They wanted that closure of the journey took place here
Closure.
and now we're
it would have
leaving.
been forced
Yeah.
to have Phoebe and
They
Mike
should
move
have
into it, and especially
leased it, and then they could have sold it for a hell of a lot of money. And they just
And
hard.
Ross might
Yeah.
have moved in, but as Sarah pointed out, his apartment was baller.
And
New
but if
York,
It was nicer.
Only-
like his kitchen we saw once, and I was like, "That's nicer."
dope.
but
I don't
I mean,
remember
but if
his
Mike and Phoebe had
apartment.
moved in, then
Except for when
People
he
would have thought it was
like,
gonna be a
in that
spin-off.
Studio.
It's super nice.
and that would have been
Look
cheesy.
it up. Look
Yeah.
up screenshots.
Except that there was a spin-off that was cheesy.
Phoebe's apartment was nice too. So
It
she
really
had a
was.
skylight in her room.
Well, after the fire,
Yeah.
it definitely got nicer.
yeah,
Also, for a part-time masseuse, where did she get the money?
because it
Grandma.
was her grandma's apartment.
yeah.
Boom.
Some things you just have to take at face value.
Yes.
Ask for answers, Krista, and you shall receive.
Speaking of that, is it time to do our lists?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can count those.
We're going to start with the worst because we always want to leave on a happy note. So who wants to present their bottom 10 worst? Krista's raising her hand. Krista, go.
The ick factor.
Are you starting with 10 or 1?
Mine are my least are not in any particular order.
You just don't
Okay,
like them
thank
all.
you. You just have to establish that up front.
Sorry.
Okay.
The ick factor. After I do Male Nanny, Barbados, Phoebe's Rat, Rachel Goes Back to Work, Ross's New Girlfriend, No One Proposes, Joey and Rachel Kiss, Ross and the Inappropriate Cousin.
Forgot about Phoebe's Rats.
Yeah, you went through that fast. What was after ick factor and you said ick factor?
That was the first one that she said.
I know. You have to. You remember, people are listening, so space that out a little bit.
Ick factor.
Uh-huh.
After I do Male Nanny.
So after I do is after Monica and Chandler's wedding.
Correct.
It's the next
Right.
season leader.
Got it. Go.
Isn't that
Male
Monica's
Nanny.
Thunder?
Barbados. Phoebe's Rats.
Uh-huh.
Rachel Goes Back to Work.
Rachel goes back to work after pregnant.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause
Ross's
we
New
didn't actually
Girlfriend.
talk about Gavin.
Ross's New Girlfriend, which is the opener of season 2.
Oh yeah.
No One Proposes. Ross is and the Inappropriate Cousin.
Yeah.
Joey and Rachel Kiss. And the one after Joey and Rachel Kiss.
I don't take issue with any of those particularly.
A lot of those feature, not all of them, but a lot of those feature on mine.
My worst are also not numbered.
Okay.
Ross dates a student. The one where Ross dates a student, right?
Yep.
The one with the bullies.
Okay. Oh yeah, I hate that one.
I hate that
Good
one.
episode.
I don't have it on my list,
have
but
it.
good call.
It's on mine.
The one with the male nanny. The one with the breast milk.
Yeah,
The
that's
one
on
with
my...
the stripper cries. The
Aw.
one with Ross and Monica's cousin. The one with
That's
the
not
evil orthodontist.
I had that on a list in a previous episode.
Barbados.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Just both of them, right? One with Phoebe's Rats and the one with the secret closet.
All right, I'll just go next. Mine's not in order either. The one with the stain.
What are your words?
I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. You wanted to do this. Leave me alone. The one with the stain. The one
Sisters.
with. Should we be saying the seasons, or are we not caring about that at this point?
No.
Don't ask me what
We've
these are.
covered a
forgot
lot
to
of
write them
these.
down, so.
If somebody questions you, then yes, but most of these have been said already.
Okay, the one with the stain. The
Yeah.
one with the Christmas in Tulsa, because it's a bummer. The one with Chandler's work laugh, because it's super dumb, and Ross gets with Janice. Ross gets with Janice, and that's weird.
I like
The
that.
Oh
one with-
yeah.
I don't like it. The one with Ross and Monica's cousin, because that's weird. The one with the tiny t-shirt, I don't like a lot of the stuff with Kate Miller, even though we didn't talk about that. That's Joey's love
Tiny
interest.
T-shirt is a featured iconic picture of Frankie Says Relax.
Yep, that's fine, but that's not enough to make me love it.
Okay.
The one with the sharks, the one with Ultimate Fighting Champion, the one with the breast milk, the one with Chandler in the box, sorry, and the one with the secret closet.
I just don't remember the breast milk one. Is that Carol's
It's
breast
season
milk?
2, and they're
Okay.
all being
Ross
really,
won't
really
taste it.
ridiculous about
Tasting the breast
boobs
milk.
and mostly Ross, and it's
Okay.
just really exaggerated.
I
Again,
remember now.
It's very dated, and it's just that's
I couldn't remember if it was her breast milk or Rachel's
It's
or what.
Carol's.
Okay. Not that it matters. But
I just love when Janice says to Joey, chew down, one to go.
it's gross. So Nick and I have the same, just worst list. Our
Okay.
bests are not the same.
We made our lists
Your
together.
breasts are not the same?
Mine are different.
Our best
Okay.
list. My breasts
I was gonna say
are the
everyone's
same.
are a little
Thank
bit
you.
different. Thanks for sharing. Continue.
Wow.
Okay, you've got the
Let's
same
cut
list.
that out.
No, it's a friends moment. Go.
The bullies. We put the pilot. just
Yeah,
'cause
I don't love the pilot.
They haven't established Joey's.
But I wish someone would come in with $1 million. That's a really
I
good
just wish I
moment.
had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
feel
there's
like
just some
that's
good
harsh.
lines.
Yeah, harsh.
The one with the Yeti. The one
Yeah.
with all the jealousy. That's with
Mark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Third season.
And then we get into Clip Show City. The one with the invitation, the one with mac and cheese, the one with the vows, Joey's interview, Chandler gets caught, Christmas in Tulsa's the worst one of them.
Agree. We agreed on these. And
I
just
almost put mac and cheese on mine too.
and just to say that even the worst Friends episode is better than tons of episodes of
I
other
agree
shows.
with that 100%.
It was hard. It was hard for me to like.
It
really.
was difficult.
It was also hard to only come up with 10 favorites.
That's
Why
true.
couldn't that have been like 15?
Well,
15
Samantha
would've
still
been
got her
easier.
list, and I still
Yeah.
got mine.
Yeah, let's see Samantha.
Oh boy. Ross dates a student. The ick factor.
Yeah.
Male nanny. Chandler's work laugh. Breast milk. The Invitation, the one where Estelle dies,
I had that on
The
a list. for a
Stain,
season.
Christmas in Tulsa,
Oh,
and
she
wait,
said the Stain too. So there's
Chandler in a
lots
Box. Did I say that one already?
No.
Chandler in a
Oh,
box.
That's 2 votes for Chandler in a
See?
box.
It just
Surprising.
doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It's just a bummer.
It is a bummer. I'm with you.
I like that episode.
Yeah.
I like that
It's
episode too. Not love it, just like it. Well, here are
It's
my
like the breakup of the bros.
Right?
But
breakup of the
they
bros.
make it through.
Yeah, they persevere.
Kathy's a bitch.
I know,
All
but
right,
it
go.
was touch and go.
I understand your feelings. My bottom 10 worst Friends episodes are in numerical order because you've met me. Number 10, the one where Ross and Rachel take a break. Number 9, the one with the morning after. Because I just hate the whole thing and I'm tired of the controversy.
Sure.
Number 8, the one with Phoebe's rats. Number 7, the one where Eddie won't go. Number 6, the one with the memorial service, because it's just sad. Number 5, the one with the dirty girl, mainly because there's rats again. Number 4, the one with the inappropriate sister. Number 3, the one with Ross's teeth. Number 2, the one with the stain. And number 1, the one with Ross and Monica's cousin. That was the one I instantly thought of when I put this
It's
list
just,
together.
yeah, it's just, that episode's just super weird.
It's super
But there
weird.
is lots of crossover between the least favorites.
There is. So now, let us go to Happier List. Different order. Somebody else go first.
I can start.
Okay.
Number 10, the one with all the football.
Uh-huh.
Number 9, no one's ready.
Yeah.
I really like the jellyfish one, so that's 8.
Me too.
The one with Rachel's other sister is 7. It's the one with the plates.
Yeah, plates and
I
Christina
know.
Applegate.
Thank you, though.
Number 6 is the one with the videotape. 5, Ross got high. 4, Chandler in a box.
Wow.
Whoa!
They spend a lot of time on panels together, by the way.
What's up, people?
3, the one with all the poker.
That is
2,
a good one.
It is a good one.
yeah, I think it is. 2 is the one where everybody finds out, and 1 is the one with the embryo / quiz show.
Are you
Okay.
guys sharing that one still?
No, I have my own list.
Oh, okay.
We just are
It's
sharing
just
that.
the same.
My number 10 is
computer.
the one with Monica and Chandler's wedding. Number 9, the one where Rachel has a baby. Number 8, the one with the prom video.
Aw.
Number 7, you don't like that one?
But I'm just sad it's at number 8.
Oh. Number 7, the one with the embryos.
He's her next.
Number 6, the one with Phoebe's wedding. Number 5, the one with the rumor. Number
Oh.
4, the one with Rachel's other sister.
Wow, that's high.
Number 3, the one where Ross got high. Number 2, the one with the videotape. Number 1, the one where everyone finds out.
Interesting.
I can go next. This is a random one that I like that we didn't really talk about, but it's on mine because I like the situations that happen in it. The one where they're up all night.
Oh, yeah.
I
They're
love
on
that.
the roof with the...
Yeah,
There's
wrong
a D
comment.
story in
Wrong-
22 minutes. Go
Yeah.
on.
Okay, you like the Chandler in the box one. The one with the videotape, the one with all the Thanksgivings, the one with the cop, the one with the rumor. Calm
Sorry,
down,
I'm
that's
sorry.
the pivot episode.
The
one
one
with
is the pivot episode.
Yeah.
They cancel each other out.
The one with the football, the one where no one's ready, the one with the embryos, the one with the prom video, and the one where everybody finds out I'm literally wearing the shirt.
She is wearing the shirt.
Mine aren't in a order of any particularness. The one where Ross got high, but I think that might be my favorite.
That
You
is
really like the trifle?
I just love that whole scene where Monica and Ross are telling their parents all the bad things they ever did.
Yes.
Is
That's-
seriously, and then it's Phoebe, honey. I think Jacques Cousteau is dead.
Oh, that's
It's a great Mrs.
Yes.
Geller moment.
Geller moment.
Yes.
And it's-
Judy,
and
when
no.
she says that.
You weren't supposed to put beef in the trifle. It
was
did not taste good. And I don't know, man.
No, you're right.
I go back and rewatch that all the time. If I'm having a crappy day, I will go watch the one where Ross got high.
You know what?
Taking
That's fair. It's on a lot of people's favorites list.
So
my 3. I love
I have 9 more.
Sorry, but
I'm more.
you stuck with Ross through the drugs, and then you took on our harmonica.
It's
very
good.
That's true. I think Christina Pickle's best episode is that one.
It's-
Ross, drugs, divorce, again. What happened, son? I got tricked into all those things.
That was a really good impression. I wish I recorded it.
Oh.
Yeah,
later.
that is never one for me. I'll just do it in this order. Maybe I did it on purpose. I don't know. And then, so, 2, prom video. 3, late Thanksgiving. 4, the rumor. 5, with the one where the stripper cries. 6, the one with the cuffs.
Really?
I love that one.
Oh, I hate that one. Wow.
I don't know. I think it's hilarious.
It's not my favorite.
Joanna, Rachel's
No, I said
boss.
something for everyone. That's what I said.
I was thinking it was the one where they find the cuffs in the bedroom.
No, not that one. It's the
No,
one
because
Chandler is handcuffed in Joanna's office.
Yeah, she dies.
Yeah,
Not
she
that-
does die.
she does.
That character dies, not that episode.
It's a car crash. It's the next episode, I believe.
The one where everyone finds out.
It's abrupt.
Yay.
The one after Ross says Rachel. The one with the flashback. And the one with all the Thanksgivings.
Number 10, the last one, part 1 and 2.
Aw.
Number 9, the one where Ross gets high. Number 8, the one with Ross's teeth. Number 7,
Ugh. Yuck.
Number 7, the one with the blackout. Number 6.
The one with the blackout where Chandler's in the vestibule with Amy, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Jill Goodacre.
Jill Goodacre.
Girl, Goodacre.
I don't know models.
She's Harry Connick Jr.'s wife.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucky lady.
Because
I
you
was
like
gonna say
that
K-pop.
it's all they're
I like
having
I like the
thing,
blackout. It
and
was,
the
it
land
was up there
is
for
your
me. Just 'cause
land,
they're
and
all
the,
together.
Yeah, I just thought it was a good episode.
Okay.
And then I felt
I remember
like,
that.
I don't know, I had literally
Season
had like
1.
a list of like 20 and I had to narrow it down.
fair enough.
So,
Kinda same, yeah.
Well, I just want
I'm
to make
surprised
sure
you
we
had a
cover
list
also
before you
because we
came
haven't
here.
talked
we
about
should
it.
talk about that
Yeah.
episode. Right. Number 6, the one with all the Thanksgivings. Number 5, the one with Unagi. Should I put on
Unagi.
Nagi.
They say it 100 times in that
And then, so I was
episode.
like, no, it's not a hard G. So that's why I went to say it that way. But I must have said that earlier.
You did.
And that, my friend, is salmon spring roll.
Number 4, the one with the prom video. Number 3, the one with the embryos. Number 2, the one where no one's ready. And number 1, the one where everyone finds out.
Boom.
There's lots of commons,
It's
Samantha.
weird that there's so many commons and yet so many least
Opposites.
10.
Well, but there's still, I just think, again, there's just still things that resonate with
Yeah.
different people.
So my list I did in chronological order
Okay.
Wow.
because I didn't receive enough instructions.
Geez, Samantha.
Or if I did, I just blatantly ignored them.
Really, it doesn't matter. You just have. That's why I say you have to
Either way.
qualify the way you're presenting your list.
Alrighty, the one with the East German laundry detergent,
Okay.
the one with the prom video, the one with the jellyfish, the one with Ross's wedding, the one where everybody finds out, which is my favorite, the one with the apothecary table, the one with the proposal, the one with the truth about London, the one with Phoebe's wedding, and the one with Princess Consuela.
Oh, that almost made my list.
Lots of Phoebe-centric ones.
Princess
on it.
Consuela. I like that episode.
Well, everybody has listed all of mine except one, which is interesting. But I have them in different placements. Number 10, I have a tie because I couldn't pick between these two. The one with Monica and Chandler's wedding and the one with Phoebe's wedding. What can I say?
Fair enough.
I like the weddings.
That's cheater, but it's kind of good.
Hey, I can do it. Yo. Number 9, the last one. Number 8, the one where they all turn 30 is the one that apparently I like and nobody else likes as much, but
That
I
was
don't care.
like 11 for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Cool.
So I'm about to turn 30,
Some of us
and I
didn't
feel
pick
like I
11.
need to rewatch it again.
I think you'll relate to it, and then you'll get drunk like harmonica.
That's why I like it, is because Drunk Monica.
Drunk Monica, but I also like Why God
Good
Why,
plan.
and I love the bouncy thing that Phoebe rides 1 mile on.
And it's very good for the ladies.
Yes, it is. There's lots of good quotes in that one. Number 7, the one with all the Thanksgivings. Number 6, the one where no one's ready. Number 5, the one where Ross finds out, because that was the episode that got me into the show. Closure. Number 4, the one with the proposal, because I love Monica and Chandler. Number 3, the one with the prom video. And now these two could really be interchangeable, but when I put them down, it was number 2, the one where everybody finds out, and number 1, the one with the embryos, because that quiz show is iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Although I could recite the one where everybody finds out. And really, when I'm rewatching the series, there are 2 episodes, and I'm like, how many more episodes until I get to this one?
I would agree with that assessment. Like, I literally wait. I just want to get through episodes to get there.
Yes, exactly. And so those are our lists. What do you think, guys?
I'm good.
Interesting.
Let's go
I'm
watch
at a point with the
again.
show where I just watch the ones I want. Because I've seen them all so many times, I'm like, I can pretty much put me in an episode and I can figure out what's happening.
Well, I pretty much just want to watch them all. But, but yeah.
It's a show I can have on in the background and know exactly what's going on without even seeing it.
Yeah, I think it's just a testament to the show, and it continues to get a lot of new viewers from younger generations.
Binge watching it on the
Binge
Netflix.
watching it on the Netflix.
And maybe later Warner Brothers streaming service.
People freaking out about it getting removed from Netflix, but I used to continue to rewatch it in syndication when I got home from school. After I had
buy
watched
the DVDs when it goes off of Netflix. I don't own them.
We do.
It'd be
Well,
worth
Nick
buying.
did. Nick owned them from when he was single.
Good job, Nick.
I know. I married well, didn't I?
Definitely worthwhile. In the days before Netflix streaming,
'Cause
I had
you
to
get
buy the
those-
DVDs.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
get those blooper reels and commentaries.
That's true. The blooper reels, as I already said earlier, they are worth it alone.
We don't even have a DVD player.
I don't either.
My mom keeps buying me DVDs for Christmas, so I have no way to watch.
You could probably download them on Amazon Prime.
I have a laptop,
Yeah.
but, still.
Just saying.
I mean, I do want to get a PS4 just so I can play virtual reality, but that'll never happen. Then I can watch DVDs on that, right?
Yes, and Blu-rays. It's a multi-purpose thing.
I just want that.
That was Andrew ADD moment. Is there anything else that you want to say about anything at all related to Friends?
I'm glad that Friends was there for us.
Me too.
We did it.
We did it!
New intro.
No, this is an achievement. Okay, hold that, because we're going to do that after the conclusion. Before I can get to the conclusion, though, what I'd like to do is thank Sarah, Nick, Hillary, Andrew, Krista, Samantha, and me for moderating the circus, this Friends series that we did, where we covered all 10 seasons. We hope you enjoyed it, and before you can enjoy anything else, what I have to say goes like this. Not very articulately, because it's a long night. Savvy was produced by Back Pocket Productions, run by yours truly, the Chief Couch Potato, and hails from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Please, if you like what you hear, would you take the time to rate us? iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, that's where you can find us and give stars, comments, reviews. Tell us how we're doing. Did you like this series? Are there other series you'd like to hear? Let us know. If you have suggestions on shows you might consider, contact us at our website, couchpotatoesunite.wordpress.com, by email at couchpotatoesunitepodcast@gmail.com, or via Facebook and Twitter. Though, of course, we had new and old shows to chat about around the water cooler all the time. We have several more new episodes coming down the pike, new shows, new panels, new fun events coming. Search for us on Google, subscribe to our website, our channels, social media, find out what's coming up. You will be amazed without overselling it. Until the next time, Friends, as I've mentioned, is currently only available at Netflix until Warner Brothers yanks it back, and they're in the process of doing it. So enjoy it while you can, Netflix subscribers, because they only have one more year for it. In the meantime, our Friends panel has ended, though I wouldn't be surprised if it cropped up in other discussions from time to time. If you have nominations for shows we should cover on our podcast, contact us at social media, Facebook, Twitter, or via our email. You can volunteer to be a panelist too. In the meantime, and until next time, until next episode, new episodes published every Wednesday. Keep listening, keep watching, stay tuned.
Bye-bye.